You can rely on alumni. In recent times, Jana Duggar has shared films that she has published from the day she married Stephen Wissmann. The recordings, which were split into 2 parts, provided an inside peek at the preparations that the bride and groom made before they exchanged their vows. Nevertheless, there is one thing that has caught a lot of people on Reddit off guard, and it has something to do with the fact that Jana is competing with one of her siblings or siblings. You can view the debate by continuing to read. The videos of Jana Duggar's wedding day are something to count on. The first segment of the wedding footage that Jana provided showed her getting ready for the ceremony before she walked down the aisle. The makeup for the former Counting On star was done by Josie Bates-Balka. There was also a point when Jim Bob was with Jana, and he wished her the best of luck in her marriage. In addition, he complimented her by bringing up the fact that she resembled her mother when they were married. A portion of the video is dedicated to the wedding ceremony that took place between Jana and Stephen. There are also scenes from the reception in which a number of family members and visitors dance, which is something that they do not typically do owing to the strict beliefs that they have. However, a thread on Reddit had a discussion regarding the reasons why Jana's wedding video might have also revealed a stunning fact about Jana and her family. Does Jana compete with one of her siblings? There was a discussion on Reddit among some Counting On fans about the possible reasons why Jana Duggar is competing with her sister Jessa. There was still a lot of mystery around the reason that Jessa was chosen to be the maid of honor at her wedding, as stated on the poster. In addition, the op mentioned that Jessa hardly had anything to say for her sister, which could have been more productive if Jill had been the one to take on the role. On the other hand, a number of readers pointed out that it was family politics and that Jana and Jessa had been secretly vying with one another to determine who could be the best or most beloved daughter. Neither are they. It's a matter of family politics. Jessa and Jana are engaged in a struggle for the title of favorite or head daughter. Both Jana and Jessa go to great lengths to satisfy Meech and Breast, and this is exactly what Jessa does in her role as MO8, which is why it makes perfect sense. I believe that both of them do a great deal of Jim Bob's bidding, which gives the impression that he does not control things as much as he actually does. Considering that Meech appears to be entirely uninterested and out of it, I am going to guess that the person with the too small face, Jana and Jessa, are his top dogs. Even if it was Jill's decision, the fact that she did not take part in the wedding as a bridesmaid is still something that makes me unhappy. Also found it interesting that Laura wasn't a part of it as well. It is abundantly clear that there are still bad feelings about Jill within the family. We are aware that Jana served as the maid of honor at Jill's wedding and that the two of them were quite close. When it came to Jessa, I concur that it was strange. When it came to wedding speeches, both of those were dreadful. It might have been possible to reduce Jessa's speech down to the very last section of it, but because the guy's speech was so terrible, they decided to chop it off. This is the fixer-upper project that Jana Duggar is counting on. The fixer-upper project that Jana Duggar and Stephen Wissmann were working on in Nebraska was highlighted in her earlier vlogs, which were posted before her wedding videos. The former cast member of Counting On was able to expedite the refurbishment process with the assistance of her parents and siblings. They made a complete renovation of the interior, most specifically in the kitchen area. It was also revealed by Jana that she had altered the location of doors and intended to make use of other rooms that were vacant. Jana's earlier vlogs showed that they were already in the process of finishing up, and viewers can anticipate a house tour in the near future. If you are looking for additional information regarding the Duggar family, you should return to Bombshell 25 for all of your updates. The Duggar family, famously known for their reality television show 19 Kids and Counting and its successor Counting On, has long captivated the public with their ultra-conservative Christian values, large family structure, and the distinct lifestyle choices they promote. The family, led by Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, has become a symbol of a traditional American family, and many of their life decisions have sparked both admiration and criticism. However, the wedding of Jana Duggar, the eldest daughter of the family, revealed certain unexpected aspects of the Duggar family dynamics that many may not have anticipated. Jana Duggar, who has remained unmarried despite being in her mid-30s, has become somewhat of a puzzle in the Duggar family narrative. Her wedding, or the lack of it, has raised eyebrows for years, especially given that the Duggar children are often expected to marry early and have large families of their own, just like their parents. However, Jana's delayed wedding, or her remaining single for an extended period, has brought attention to deeper, more complex truths about the family that the Duggars may not have openly addressed on their TV shows. The Duggar family, public persona versus private reality. To understand the significance of Jana Duggar's wedding, or lack thereof, it is important to first examine the overarching culture of the Duggar family. The Duggars' belief system revolves around a strict interpretation of Christianity with a strong emphasis on patriarchy, modesty, and family values. For many of the Duggar children, especially the daughters, marriage is seen as a natural next step after reaching adulthood. The children are often homeschooled, encouraged to engage in conservative activities, and groomed for the roles they are expected to fulfill as spouses and parents. The Duggars' public persona has been one of perfection, an idealized family structure where everyone appears happy, fulfilled, and obedient to the authority of the parents. The family's life seems designed to reflect a utopian image of what a Christian family should look like. Their reality TV shows, which were at their peak for over a decade, portrayed this seemingly perfect world, focusing on the children's growing up years, their courtships, and marriages. However, this public image began to crack as the children grew older and as more personal details about their lives came to light. The family's strict rules and high expectations, especially for the daughters, have often been questioned. The Duggar girls were expected to follow a particular script, dressing modestly, engaging in courtships, not dating, and quickly entering marriages that would lead to motherhood. This created a tension between the Duggars' image and the underlying realities that some of the children may have faced in their personal lives. Jana Duggar, in particular, has been in the public eye due to her seemingly prolonged single status. While many of her siblings married in their early 20s and had children shortly thereafter, Jana's situation stood out as unconventional by Duggar standards. Fans and critics alike have speculated about the reasons for her singlehood, especially given the pressure from her family and the public to marry and settle down. Over the years, Jana's situation has hinted at deeper, more complex truths about her family's values and expectations. Jana Duggar, the Cinderella of the family. Jana Duggar's unmarried status has often been a topic of discussion, but her role within the Duggar family has also played a significant part in this narrative. As the oldest daughter, Jana has long been seen as a caretaker for her younger siblings. In a family as large as the Duggars, the older children, particularly the girls, take on major responsibilities in raising the younger ones. Jana, who often appeared on the family's reality shows, was frequently shown performing tasks like cooking, cleaning, and looking after her younger brothers and sisters. This helper role has often been likened to that of a second mother, and many fans speculated that Jana's role in the family may have delayed her own marriage prospects. If she was continuously busy with caring for the younger children, it might have been more difficult for her to build a relationship and pursue her own future. It is also possible that Jana's family, particularly Jim Bob, saw her role as essential in the household and therefore may not have actively encouraged her to pursue her own path of independence. Some critics have argued that Jana's role in the family has led to a kind of emotional entrapment. As the helper in the family, she may have felt an obligation to stay at home and fulfill this role, rather than pursue personal desires or interests outside of the family unit. This can create a complex dynamic where a young woman feels unable to assert her own needs or desires, given the strong emphasis placed on family duty and loyalty. In interviews, Jana has mentioned that she enjoys helping others and feels fulfilled in her role within the family, but there is also an undercurrent of sadness that permeates her comments. Fans have been left wondering if Jana's contentment is genuine, or if it is an attempt to mask deeper feelings of frustration or a sense of being trapped. The lack of an overt desire for marriage has led some to speculate that Jana may have internalized the expectations placed on her, or that she may have quietly resisted them altogether. The dynamics of courtship versus dating. Another significant aspect of Jana Duggar's situation is her family's strict approach to courtship. The Duggars do not endorse traditional dating. Instead, they promote a system of courtship which is highly supervised and often includes the families of both parties in the process. Courtships are seen as a way to ensure that young people avoid temptation and remain focused on their ultimate goal of marriage. For many of the Duggar children, courtship was a clear and structured path to marriage. They would meet potential partners, often in group settings, and once a relationship developed, the courtship would proceed with the expectation that it would lead to a quick engagement in marriage. This approach, while embraced by the Duggar family as part of their religious beliefs, has been critiqued for being overly restrictive and for potentially stifling the natural development of relationships. Jana Duggar, however, seemed to buck this trend in a number of ways. While she has reportedly been courted in the past, none of these courtships have progressed to engagement or marriage. This has fueled rumors about why Jana might not be seeking a partner in the same way as her siblings. Is it possible that the structure of the Duggar courtship system simply did not align with her desires, or was there a deeper, more personal reason for her delay in finding a life partner? Some fans have speculated that Jana's courtship experiences were not as fulfilling as her siblings' experiences. If she didn't feel an emotional connection or shared values with any of her potential suitors, she may have chosen not to pursue marriage in the same way. Alternatively, it's possible that Jana's upbringing led her to prioritize familial obligations over her own desires, making her less likely to step outside of her role to seek personal fulfillment. The Duggar family has occasionally addressed these rumors on their reality TV shows, with Jim, Bob, and Michelle suggesting that their children are not under pressure to marry at a certain age. However, the pressure to marry quickly and start a family is a strong undercurrent in Duggar culture, and it seems that in some cases the family may not have been as accepting of Jana's extended singlehood as they outwardly claim. The wedding that never happened. Shocking truths about family expectations. As of the latest public updates, Jana Duggar has not yet married, and there is no clear indication that she is planning a wedding anytime soon. This has led many to ask whether the Duggar family's expectations have changed over the years, or if Jana's personal journey is a reflection of something more profound. Is there a deeper, untold story about why she hasn't married, and what does this say about the Duggar family dynamic? One potential truth that could explain Jana's lack of a wedding is the idea that she may have never felt the kind of romantic love or connection with a potential partner that would have led to marriage. The Duggar courtship system, while promoting a highly structured path to marriage, has not always allowed for individuals to develop independent and deep emotional connections. If Jana didn't find someone she truly felt aligned with, it's possible that she made the choice to remain single. Another explanation could be that Jana Duggar, like many young women raised in strict religious environments, may feel torn between personal desires and family expectations. The Duggar family has often been accused of enforcing a rigid set of gender roles, where the daughters are expected to marry and have children at a young age. Jana's prolonged singlehood may represent a quiet act of resistance against the expectations placed on her, or it could simply reflect a different path she wants to take in life, one that doesn't fit the traditional Duggar mold. Finally, it is worth considering the broader family dynamics at play. The Duggars, as seen on their reality shows, often display a level of control over their children's lives, from choosing their partners to determining their lifestyle choices. In some ways, Jana Duggar's lack of a wedding may be an indication that she has been allowed or forced to step away from the pressures of family life, even if it means not conforming to the expected timeline for marriage and children. The unspoken truths about the Duggar family. Jana Duggar's wedding, or the lack of it, has revealed more than just a delay in marriage. It has opened a window into the complexities of Duggar family life. Beneath the public persona of a picture-perfect Christian family, there are hidden truths about the pressures, expectations, and realities of growing up in such a structured and traditional environment. For Jana, the lack of a wedding may reflect a deep personal journey of self-discovery and resistance, or it could simply be an expression of her desire to live a life that doesn't conform to the rigid ideals of the Duggar family. Whatever the case may be, Jana's story speaks to a broader cultural issue of how traditional family structures can shape and sometimes limit individual desires and dreams. Ultimately, Jana Duggar's wedding, or the shocking truth about her singlehood, serves as a reminder that the lives of public figures, especially those in highly structured families like the Duggars, are rarely as simple or as perfect as they may seem. Behind the cameras and the carefully curated family image lies a more nuanced and complicated reality, one that reflects the struggles, challenges, and quiet rebellions of individuals who are often overshadowed by the expectations placed on them.